Hey guys, ShadowFireXD here, and welcome to another episode of Plague Inc. Now, today, despite what it looks like, we're not actually going to be playing the Prion disease, which is the disease that we unlocked last episode. Instead, they actually recently came out with the update yesterday, I believe, yesterday being Thursday. They came out with the new disease, the Shadow Plague disease, which is one where you get to control a vampire. So I thought I'd try it out this episode. I've already played two games of it, but I haven't been able to defeat it, even though I was playing on casual because they were really hard, or it was really hard for me to do. So I didn't. As you can see, we've got three new gene slots here for the that are disease specific. So I'm gonna play it on casual just because casual was really hard for me the first two times I did it, so I'm just going to see whether or not it'll be really hard or if I found a strategy from the last two games I played. So yeah, let's just go with the default thing. I guess that's what this is. Either that or it's the last random name I chose, so Necrokiller. Let's go with that. Something is awakening. Centuries ago, a human close to death was infected by a sentient pathogen, the Shadow Plague. Buried deep underground, the human was slowly consumed and transformed. Choose where your vampire emerges. The Shadow Plague is the Shadow Plague has fully mutated the DNA of its host into a being of great power. Now driven by eternal hunger, it is time to rejoin the world. This time, humanity will fall. Okay, so let's see. For this, we're probably going to want to start out in China, I want to say, because China has the world's largest population. At least last time I checked it did. I'm not sure if anything has changed, but still I'm going to start with China. A vampire rises in China. The world has changed beyond belief, but the vampire can already smell the blood of billions of humans, waiting to be consumed and subjugated. Okay. Now, before I actually get started in playing the game, I just quickly want to zoom in. So you guys see this little red coffin thing here with the little symbol on it and the bats flying around? That's my vampire. That's my one vampire guy. Now, this is how the disease starts out, and by default you have this bloodthirst. Vampires feed by drinking the blood from its victims while they're still alive, eventually sucking them dry. Also, it's cool, it's got a little picture of the vampire guy down here. But, yeah, transmission is completely empty. You don't have anything until you get this, which is the Shadow Blessing, which is basically what allows your vampire to sort of spread the disease and get others infected, which actually doesn't cost any DNA points right now. And then instead of abilities, it's actually vampires, which vampires will give you, the vampire style will give you different abilities. Anything from changing your vampire into a giant bat to fly to a new country, setting up layers so that way your vampire can regenerate health, and going on like blood rages. Night Wrath. I'm gonna get Night Wrath just because this will help it to where my vampire won't be easily seen killing other people. Let's see. Let's go to symptoms. Let's also get this. Just, start out with the make it to where everyone or others can get infected. As you can see, we've got three icons over here. This bottom one lit up, which is the icon for the Shadow Plague. The one that looks like a giant bat is the ability over here that allows your vampire to become a giant bat. And this top one, which looks like a sort of evil eye sort of thing, is the Blood Rage. I think it's Blood Rage, yeah. So now that we have that, we can get Blood Gift. Vampire visits hundreds of humans each night and marks them in blood, infecting them with the Shadow Plague. Dark Cloud. Vampire able to meditate and emit the Shadow Plague in a huge cloud. Tens of thousands of humans get infected each day. Shadow Trail. Vampire continually secretes the Shadow Plague everywhere they go. Hundreds of thousands of people are infected. I'm not going to get that yet. Instead, I may just get this, the ability to become a giant bat. And then Nocturnal. Just so that way other people will be able to spread the plague. And as you can see, I think the picture icon has changed slightly. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started with the game. So, now everyone's just going about their normal day. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. Necrokiller created by a vampire. The vampire releases a unique strain of the Shadow Plague called Necrokiller, which spreads independently from the vampire. Infected humans have no idea what the vampire has planned for them. Okay, so I've got 5 DNA points right now. Your vampire can change the world. Your vampire is shown as a red icon on the world map. It has unique powers and abilities, so use it wisely and try to cover the world in your shadow. Okay, so yeah, we're slowly infecting people. So now I've got a few people over here infected. I'm actually gonna use my one bad ability, which this purple circle over here that you see around the vampire, that's where all the vampire can go. So he can't go like from here all the way to the USA or all the way to Greenland. Instead, I have to slowly make my way over there. So let's see. I'm actually going to try and see if I can go for Greenland first, just to see if I can get to there. Although, actually no, I'm probably going to wait a while on that. Let me see. Okay, I want to get the layer ability, the ability to make layers. The reason why I want this ability is because of the Shadow Portal, which will allow my vampire to instantly travel to a layer regardless of how far away it is from the travel ring. So because of that, I'm going to use 1 DNA point and create a layer in China. Your vampire creates a layer in China, hidden away from humans. Their layer acts as a base for the vampires. Here it can heal itself as well as generate DNA by conducting genetic experiments on healthy and infected people. So basically it's a source of DNA and your vampire can heal from there. Also, it's got this cool little graphic of some skulls on a mountainside. So yeah, this is a pretty cool disease just from when I've played a little bit of it so far. Let's see, I'm gonna have you make your way up here. I also like the little bat animation of it flying towards a new country. Yeah, I'm gonna get Shadow Portal. And the next opportunity I get, I should get Heat and Cold Tolerance. Apparently it's called now. Okay, so that's 21, that's 22. Wow, they're expensive right now. Yeah, this is very interesting, but also very hard. Yeah, this is also similar to Canadians celebrate the Herbert Treaty. This is also similar to another one of the special diseases where you have like research labs that'll develop around the world and you have to try and take them down. But there'll also be like government sort of specific buildings that you have to try and take out as well. Let's see. Let's get heat resistance just because right now I'm in a sort of cold part of the world. See, now I'm gonna make my way over to the Baltic states. Yeah, you flap your way to victory, little buddy. Unknown disease spotted in Kazakhstan. Random genetic testing on Kazakhstan has detected a previously unknown pathogen called Necrokiller. Genetic analysis shows similarities with bat-borne diseases, and it appears to cause several bruising in the human. Hopefully this will not be too bad of a round. Also, that'll increase the healing, this will increase the speed. Shadow Trail, let's see, I should also be getting symptoms. Steroidal boost, pheromone secretion. Let's get zoonotic shift. Sure. Yeah, also, something I should mention about this icon is, the red part of the coffin, that indicates the vampire's health. The vampire can and will die if he takes too much damage. But also one of the cool things about this disease is this icon down here, Vampiric Awakening. What this will do is this will create a new vampire by temporarily producing toxic mutagens. Almost all infected will die, but eventually a viable host will be found. But this can be reusable, so I can buy this once, I can buy it again, I can buy it again, I can make multiple vampires if I wanted. But yeah, that seems pretty cool. I imagine, just imagine all the new things you can use this for in the disease creation thing. Necrokiller Awareness Day. They will never find my vampire. Well, they probably will. They probably will kill me if it's like any of the other games I've played. Let's see, that's 23, so I'm almost there. Just need one more DNA point. Necrokiller placed on watch list. Alright, let's get cold resistance. I think part of the thing that got me in the previous two games I played was the fact that I didn't really spend enough time upgrading upgrading like the standard disease things. I just played around with the new mechanics in the game, like the ability to fly around and different things like that. Vampire feeding attracts the attention in Baltic states. Oh, crap. Now they know about my vampire. Dark pustulates, symptom mutated. Necrokiller has developed dark pustulate symptom without using any DNA. What is that? That's this. Cysts develop and fill with dark pus, increasing infectivity, slightly harder to cure. That's something I probably could have used the last few games. Hypersensitivity. Yeah, eventually right now I'm just kind of focusing on trying to get to Greenland, because I know that if I can get there, everything should be pretty much good. Let's also get air. New lab set up. A new lab was built in the U.S. to cure the Necrokiller. Why did they set it up in the USA? I mean, it's not even there yet. I'll go to Greenland. I wonder if they meant for the disease to only cost a 1 DNA point for it to move around. Oh, look at that, Greenland just pretty much blew up. Whenever I get there, I'm gonna get Blood Rage. Let's see, and then just one more turn. And then I can use Blood Rage, and we can take out this new lab. Lab in US is destroyed. Also, while I'm at it, I should set up a layer here. That would be very helpful. Let's see. Travel, and then what I'll do is I'll just travel over here. Then I'll just slowly make my way down there. Eventually, I think a good idea would be to just set up a sort of like a base, at least on each continent, or each of the important places. So like, once I get down to about here, I'll set up a layer. There we go. Okay, so they're already 24% done with the cure. I'm gonna get that. Should also get this. Transfer by blood, and then droplets. So yeah, I think it's pretty much good for now. Let's see. Travel over to China. Then go from China to Japan. Also, whenever I get there, Adrenaline Surge makes Blood Rage more powerful. If vampires are not under attack during Blood Rage, it enters a trance which lets it rapidly heal whilst feeding from people, and I'm just gonna get that for now. Okay. There, and took out that lab. Z. Go down here. Blood cult murders continue worldwide. There, make our way down here. I wonder. I guess I can only use the Blood Rage wherever my vampire is. Okay, so let's see. Let's take you up here. Blood cult leader tracked in USA. But they're not gonna find me. Templar Industries reveals global vampire threat. The secretive multinational defense company says the vampire is behind the shocking blood cult murders as well as the outbreak of Necrokiller. Templar Industries claims to be taking urgent action in defending humanity. So yeah, Templar Industries is like the government sort of funded organization or whatever that sort of puts an end to a lot of things, or that can basically kind of screw your game up. Let's get bats, a wolf, and dog. No, I'm not going to get those right now. And so let's also get speed and super heal rate. Let's see. Go from here over to Brazil. Look, he's a little faster now. Templar Industries activates military protocols. Photophobia sent to mutated. Set up a layer. Yeah, I think the fact that the ability to travel is just only one DNA point is a little kind of overpowered. Templar working to cure Necrokiller. Templar Industries commit to using their military research facilities to help develop a cure for Necrokiller. They aim to exploit their knowledge of the vampire and push research in a new direction. Okay, so yeah, they've got base set up there, two there, one over there. As you can see, the blood on the coffin is going down a little bit. That's sort of showing how badly they're attacking. That's increased your attack. Templar base in Peru destroyed by vampire. Cloud of darkness, vampire brutally attacked the Templar base. Some survivors were able to escape to other Templar bases with crucial knowledge that will help fight the vampire cure. Crap. Okay, so yeah, go over there. Now, let's see. We should try and get more vampires. Let's also just do some things just to sort of help with infectivity. There we go. Vampire awakeness begins. Hundreds of millions of people will be killed by Necrokiller as it searches for a viable host to turn them into a vampire. To speed up things, to infect more people, vampire awakening can be used repeatedly. So let's see, will I get another vampire? Because that would be very helpful right now. Along with finding some way to slow down the cure research. Let's go over here. And down here. New vampire created in Angolia. After killing millions, the Shadow Play has successfully manipulated the DNA of an infected victim in Angolia and has turned them into a vampire. The new vampire needs to be healed up to full strength. Okay, so yeah, moving over there. Gonna heal him up. Coming over here. Who Labs choose to develop a cure? Choose close to developing a cure for Necrokiller. Yeah, come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. There we go. Now, come on, is there anything I can do to help slow down the cure research? Increasing infectivity, harder to cure. There we go. Let's see, let's move you over there. And let's move you down here. I don't have enough to set up a layer, dang it. Cure for Necrokiller is complete, dang it. No, I got it. Crap. I don't think there's anything I can do right now, because that is 19. Unfortunately, this is probably the best game I've had so far, because this was my first time creating a new vampire, even though he doesn't apparently last or he's not going to last very long. The cure poisons a vampire in Australia, so now they're going to start losing. He's going to start losing health. So is that one up there? Pallor sent to mutated. What is pallor? Pallor. Suppressed blood flows gives the victim a deadly white appearance, increasing infectivity. Now, even if this were to help, it's not going to help very much. Vampire in Australia close to death. Vampire in Australia is being attacked by humans and is badly wounded. Unless he is able to escape, he will die soon. Unfortunately, I'm just going to have to stick with that. Oh, okay, apparently I don't have to stick with it that much. Templar prepare drones to target vampire layers. Basically, they're just going to start finding my vampire layers and taking them out. I also like the new animation of the drones. Vampire was slain in New Zealand. Yeah, look at the new little drone animation. I think it's cool, it's just flying around. Unfortunately, it's probably about to find it. Vampire slain in USA. Vampire has been killed in USA. Its diseased corpse burns into flames and releases dark smoke into the sky. Necro killer to be eradicated. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go over, probably see what it is that I see about different things that could probably help me. One of the things that would probably help would probably be to create more vampires sooner. Because I think the thing that got me was the fact that I only had one vampire throughout most of the game, and I required on him to do a lot. So I think, yeah, if I can get a vampire to, or get multiple vampires around, that should be able to help. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, other than a few other things I could probably work on. I don't know why the thing just sort of stopped right there. But anyway, guys, if you guys want to see more of this, make sure to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.